Lori, we've done the exam, and what I'd like to do now is go over with you a little bit about the surgery, the recovery period, a little bit about the implants, and about the anatomy of what we're doing.
Okay.
This operation takes me about 45 minutes to do. That's a breast augmentation. It's done downstairs. We have our own operating room downstairs. This is fully state licensed, fully accredited. We've exceeded all the safety standards. It's a wonderful facility. I think you'll enjoy it. I have my own team of people that I work with. These are people I've worked with for almost 15 years now, the anesthesiologist and the nursing staff. You're here about an hour before the surgery starts, and you'll be here about an hour after the surgery ends. So the whole experience for you is just under 3 hours. Basically what we're doing is we're putting an implant underneath your muscle, and let me show you here on this example. This is an artist rendering. This is your breast in front. This is the pec major muscle behind that. The breast implant is here behind the X. You have more muscle tissue behind that, and then the rib cage behind that. What the implant is doing is basically making your breast larger and projecting everything forward. There are several ways to put the implant in, and now we're going to talk about the incisions. The one that I prefer is the inframammary incision. And this incision is underneath your breast. It's 3 centimeters long. It's just above the crease of your breast, so that if you wear a bathing suit and it rides up a bit, you won't see that. I don't like the underarm incision because if you make a scar that's a little more noticeable, I don't want you self-conscious in a swimsuit or a tank top. The other option is, which I also don't use, is the periareolar incision, which is underneath the areolar border. I just don't want you to see your scar every morning. It is visible. We also have to go through the breast tissue to get behind the muscle from that approach. So the inframammary incision, which I mentioned before, allows us to go right into the muscle without dissecting through the breast tissue. When we're done, your breast will be larger, and the implant will occupy the space where your breast lives. So we want that implant to have the same dimensions as your God-given breast. And this is what a breast implant looks like. This is a silicone gel implant. It's made of silicone rubber, which is the casing, and then the material inside is gel filled. Now in the olden days, if I were to cut a hole in this implant and hold it up, the gel would have poured out like honey. Now the implants are made of what's called cohesive gel, and that gel doesn't move anywhere. So in the event of a leak, it stays right where it is. Okay? This implant is close to the size we'd use for you. The implants are sized by cc's, or cubic centimeters, and about 300 cc's, 325 cc's will bring you up about a cup and a half size from where you are.
Okay.
Okay. Now after surgery you'll go home. We have a bra that you'll wear. The bra is just for 48 hours, and then you can have your first shower. Now I do all of your follow-up care, so each visit after surgery you'll visit with me. So there's nobody else that's going to take over your care. After 48 hours, you'll come back and see me. We'll make sure everything's healing well. And then you'll go about another 7 to 10 days before you do any form of exercise. Now that's important because we don't want any blood pressure spikes that might cause bleeding here. The actual blood you lose from the surgery won't even fill up a tiny cup. It's a very dry procedure, and I do that way on purpose.
Okay.
For 2 weeks after surgery, you're up and around, taking it easy. You can go back to work after 3 or 4 days, as long as you don't do anything strenuous. And you will have to wear a camisole and not a bra for about the first month.
Oh, okay.
That's important because we want the implant to settle naturally. Now these implants are under the muscle, so they sit up high, and it takes about 6 weeks or so for them to drop. I'm going to follow you up to about 3 months. At 3 months, we have a fun visit where we put your before and after pictures up so you can see the change. And that's kind of the most fun because you get to see where we started from, where we end up. Even after that, if you have any questions or problems at any time, you can always call.
Okay.
And I take all my follow-up calls, even after surgery. If you have a question or concern, pick up the phone and call me.